My advice? Don't.
Hey there.
Hey there, newbie. I don't mean any offense, but I'm not really looking to make a new friend.
So what do you...
I just got here a few days ago, looking for work.
What kind of work are we talking about?
I do a lot of things, but I specialize in light mercenary work. Bodyguarding, bounty hunting, things like that. And before you ask, no, I do not do hits. Go to Good Neighbor or the Gunners if you want that shit.
I bet you hear all kinds of gossip.
And of course I hear things. But I wouldn't last long in this business if I spilled secrets to strangers in bars.
I might be interested in that.
So you're interested in hiring me, are you? The fee is 200 caps, up front. I have 2 decades experience under my belt, so I don't negotiate.
Here's your money.
Looks like you just bought yourself a guard. First of all, we should go over some ground rules. In case I hadn't made it clear already, we're not friends. I'm your guard. You're my boss. That's all. Secondly, I'm not a murderer. I'll defend you if you're attacked, but I won't take part in random killings. If that's all clear, let's get moving. You're the boss.
Welcome to Fourville.
Sanders goes on about the damn vault way too much. But at least you feel like he cares about you. Miss Mackenzie? She scares me.
What's up to anyone watching? I'm continuing off of my first stream. I'm doing the quest landed Sanders in the Fourville mod. Before I get started, I need to check something, so please give me time. Need to check to see if my live stream is working. Alright, I'm back, and let's get started.
Oh, nice. There's a bottle cap on the floor here.
Assuming...
Sanders is getting
Oops.
my vote.
I'm gonna exit out of here first so I can avoid all
I've
this
got
dialogue.
some stuff you might want to know.
Assuming my first stream doesn't go back to the 7 hours it's supposed to show, I'm basically gonna continue off the first 41 minutes that my stream showed. I'm going back to Cambridge to find a ghoul that's been slandering Sanders, trying to get people not to vote for him. That's where my first stream of the mod stopped. Even though I did 7 hours of the mod, so I'm basically redoing my playthrough from there.
That's how that's done.
Alright, going to clear out all the ghouls before reaching to the stranger I need to reach to talk about slandering Sanders.
I sure earned my money with that one.
Give me some time to sort my stuff. Going to switch out to a pistol.
Hi.
Who the hell are you? What have you come here for?
Who are you? What are you doing out here?
I'm trying to keep to myself. Now I'll ask you again. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, just calm down, okay? I just want to talk to you.
I surrounded myself with ghouls to keep people from talking to me. What could you possibly want? Hold on a second. I recognize you. You're Wayne Sanders' election agent. I've seen you snooping around Fourville asking questions.
Yeah, that's me.
Good. Then you're the perfect person to talk to. I've been keeping an eye on that town for years, watching their digging, listening to their mayor, all to make sure they never find their way into that vault. Listen to me. Those things are dangerous. They did all kinds of experiments inside them. I don't want those people plundering into danger. If you want more information, take this password to the Vault-Tec resident property storage facility.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing for 200 years. Keeping those people out of those vaults. They're dangerous. You do what you gotta do.
Apologize for the long loading screen. Loading in the Boston area is just gonna cause this to happen. Going to pick something up from the safe. I think it warns the player about Vault Tech and stuff.
Hey, buddy. I need to talk to you.
Stop by Mike's if you're looking for some firepower.
I've not heard any slanderous rumors in a while. Does that mean you've been successful? I've not heard any slanderous rumors in a while. Does that mean you've been successful?
I have you might want.
This is very disturbing indeed. Whoever this strange man is, he wanted everyone to think the vaults are dangerous for some reason. Perhaps he was in the employ of Mackenzie. Yes, that would make sense. She's always wanted the town to forget about the vault. I'm glad you got this sorted out. I didn't want this hanging over my campaign. I've been thinking, since you're going to be working on my campaign, it might be a good idea to get to know some of the townsfolk a little better. That'll set us up nicely before the final hustings of the campaign in a few days' time. It's a fine day in Fourville. How may I help you?
Nothing else for now.
You come back anytime, you hear?
I could do with a resupply if there's a town near.
I don't know about you, but Sanders is wasting his time going on about the vault all
Some of the people
time.
around here are crazy.
I'm going to vote for
Expecting the vault to
Mackenzie.
suddenly open after more than 200 years.
Mayor Sanders is getting my vote.
Rusty got a lot more confident lately. It's freaking me out.
Stop by Mike's if you're looking for some firepower.
Excuse me.
Hello there, stranger. If you've come to hear my stories, you're too late. You can come back tomorrow morning if you're interested.
So what do you do here?
I tell stories to the little children. It's all an old man like me can do. If you come back in the morning, you're more than welcome to hear one.
Tell me about yourself.
What sort of thing do you want to know?
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've lived here a long time. In fact, I was one of the first residents. I love talking about the early days of this place, when it was nothing but tents. Why don't you come back for story time? I love to tell stories about those days, and my life before the war.
Have you been here for 200 years?
Oh yes, and I'm quite proud of it. I'm the only living resident of the original camp setup outside the vault over 200 years ago.
That's a long time.
Oh, not at all. The years flew by. I was already an old man when I got here. What was another lifetime or two on top of that? Besides,
I had to stay because, well, I don't really like to talk about it.
It's all right. You can tell me.
I had a place in the vault, but my son and grandson didn't. We all came here on the day of the war, but they weren't allowed in. I gave up my place so they could be safe. I never really thought I'd live long enough to see it open, but then the radiation got to me and made me live forever. 20 years passed and the vault never opened, but I couldn't bring myself to leave. This place is home for me now. Now I'm an old man who lives in his stories. It's not the retirement I wanted, but I've made peace with it, and I'm happy.
What's it like, being a ghoul?
I won't lie to you. It's difficult. Sometimes I struggle to remember what it was like before. I've been a ghoul for most of my life, you see. That's why I live through my stories. They help me remember how it was before.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Well, you've come to the right person. Longbottom might think his museum is the definitive town history, but I actually lived it.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
When I first arrived, it was just a single tent. A lot's changed since then. A lot of building, digging, and failed attempts to get inside the vault.
Tell me more about this vault.
Vault Tech advertised that all the vaults would open after 20 years. A lot of people came here expecting shelter. They thought they could wait out the 20-year closure and then they'd be safe. That the vault would let them in. The thing is, the vault never opened. I'm not sure if it ever will after all this time.
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
That depends what part of the town you're talking about. They finished construction on the vault in 2075 or 6? Early 7 at the latest. The first tent was set up on the day of the bombs by a man named George Willis. You'll hear a lot of people around here talk about him like he was some kind of god or a king. Me? I never liked the man. I found him arrogant, especially once he'd proclaimed himself mayor of his little tent village.
What do you know about him?
Like I said, he was arrogant. He arrived on the morning of the bombs. I arrived in the afternoon. But by that time, he'd already claimed himself leader of the refugees there. He pitched that tent, and the rest is history.
What happened to him?
The same thing that happened to everyone else. He died. He was an old man when it happened. Older than I was when I first arrived, which is saying something. He wanted to be buried at sea, so he put his body in the water outside. Just as well, I think. Stopped his grave becoming a pilgrimage site for the church weirdos that came later.
Tell me more.
After George died, his daughter Maggie took over as town mayor for a while. I'm the only one who remembers her now. Out of respect for her and her family, I vowed to never speak of what became of her. They deserve that privacy.
Tell me more.
A young lady named Alex Waters had the first Fourville baby. That terrible secretary of the mayor's is descended directly from her.
Tell me more.
Here's a nice piece of trivia for you. George came up with the name Fourville as a joke. It was only meant to be a temporary name until they could think of a better one.
Tell me more.
I thought I'd never forget all those people who survived the first days of the war in this cave. Now I struggle to remember all their faces.
Tell me more.
For all the bad things I could say about George, I don't think he ever lost faith that the vault would open. right up until his dying days.
That was all I had.
Got any other questions for me?
That was all I had.
Is there anything else you want?
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.
There's no need to worry about me. I'm perfectly happy here with my stories.
I don't need anything.
That's all right. It was nice talking to you.
Gotta clean my gun.
Mayor Sanders is getting my vote.
I want to see the vault open as much as the next person. But there are other issues to consider. Miss Mackenzie realizes that.
How do
Oh, hi there. I don't think I've seen you before. I'm Betty. It's nice to meet you. Now that you're here, maybe you could help me with a problem? Do you have a Geiger counter?
Mine is in the shop.
Oh, thank God. You're with them, aren't you? I've been waiting for one of you to come for so long. I really need your help.
What do you need help with?
All right. I'm going to trust you with this. It's a pretty big secret for me. The thing is, I'm a synth. I was sent to the surface to impersonate this woman, this Betty. But something went wrong. My memories of her life weren't imprinted properly. They faded, and I realized what I was, and I don't want to be Betty anymore. I want out. You people are the only ones fighting the Institute. If anyone can help me, it's you. I'm just so afraid.
Whoa, whoa. Why are you so afraid?
How can you not understand? The Institute have people everywhere. Every night I expect them to come for me, to realize I want out and try to reclaim me.
There must be something we can do to help you.
I've heard the railroad can give me a new identity. They can erase my memories and move me somewhere safe. The thing is, I don't want the memory wipe. Not yet, at least. I don't think it's right. This woman I replaced, this Betty, she had a real life. She had friends, family, memories, experiences. If I get a memory wipe, then all that will be gone. That poor woman's whole life deleted.
What can I do to fix the problem?
I want you to help me make sure Betty's memories aren't lost forever. When Betty's memories started to disappear, I fled to Fourville to make a new life. But I can remember that Betty, used to make holotape journals a lot. She used to wander the Commonwealth with one of the Caravans out of Bunker Hill and hide journals as she went, like time capsules. Maybe if you start at Bunker Hill, you can find them? Once I know Betty's memories are safe, then I'll get a mind wipe.
Some of the people around here are crazy, expecting the vault to suddenly open after more than 200 years.
Why, howdy there. Pleased to meet ya. Name's Deputy Chief Security Officer Sanders. But y'all can call me Sarah.
What do you do around here?
Well, as Deputy Chief, I'm in charge of all kinds of things. Pa says I'm real gifted. And Roscoe says that I'm just too important to leave the HQ. I think it's safe to say that the whole place would fall apart without me. My main work at the moment is dealing with outstanding bounties. Say, I just had a bright idea. How'd you like to help me out with my work?
I want to hear the details first.
It's dirty work, I won't lie. The people we're talking about are real terrors, and they need to be put down. If you can take down the people I send you after and bring me back some proof, I'm authorized to pay you a bounty.
Yeah, I'll do it.
That's real good news. First one I've got is a real troublemaker. Swung through town a couple months back and did all kinds of damage in the bar. Dirty rascal he was. Looked like he'd crawled out of the gutter or something. That must be how he got his nickname. Gutter Garfunkel, his name is. If you can deal with him and bring me back some proof, I can pay you the bounty.
I can't decide who I'm gonna vote for. Sanders is alright, but Miss McKenzie is just so professional.
Welcome to Fourville.
Hey.
Why, hello, young lady. Welcome to Knocklofty House. Well, not the real one, but it will have to do for now.
What do you mean by that?
Why, this is merely a poor facsimile of my ancestral home. One day, I will return there and take up my seat, which is mine by birthright.
What? What are you talking about?
Knocklofty House, of course. This is only a poor facsimile, but one day I will take up my seat in my ancestral home.
What? Who are you?
Nigel Healy Hutchinson, 12th Earl of Dunamore. Well, not yet, anyway. Heir apparent. So I often go by my courtesy title, Viscount Surreydale.
Cool name.
Oh, why, thank you. I'm rather proud of it. Nigel is a strong family name, and our surname can be traced back hundreds of years. Knocklofty House is our ancestral home, and one day I will take up my seat there.
So, how are you going to do that?
That's the beauty of it, young one. Listen closely, because I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to get home by flying there. My family has a grand history of aviation, so I've built my own plane in an area I excavated myself. Come, come, I'll show you.
Hey.
This is Margaret. Marvelous, isn't she? This is how I'm going to get home to Ireland and claim my rightful seat as the Earl of Dunamore.
She's very impressive.
I'm glad you think so, young one. For all her beauty and perfection, Margaret has but one flaw. She needs nuclear fuel. And she's a thirsty girl. Say, that gives me a good idea. How would you like to earn yourself a bit of pocket money, young one?
Why are you calling me that?
Why, because you're just a youngster to me. It's a simple term of endearment, nothing else.
What do you need me to do?
There are all kinds of sources of nuclear fuel in the Commonwealth. All far too dangerous for an old man like me, but perfectly suited for a young one like yourself. If you could bring some back to me while I gave Margaret her finishing touches, I'd be most grateful.
Stop by Mike's if you're looking for some firepower.
I hope you're keeping out of trouble.
Sanders goes on about the damn vault way too much. But at least you can feel like he cares about
Hey.
you.
What do you need?
I'm looking for work.
Sure, I got work for you. Let me give you the rundown, and if you're interested, you can start right away. It's pretty simple stuff. I'll give you a shipment of weapons, you take them to a client, and you come back here and pick up your payment. If you're interested, we can hash out a contract right here and you get started. The base rate is 100 caps per job. How's that sound?
I want more details than that.
Let's just say that if I find you an effective worker, there could be a little more to this later down the line. Is that good enough?
I'm gonna need more than that.
I'd have been surprised if you said anything other than that. No one ever accepts the base rate. I'll put you down the real money. 200 caps.
Only 200 caps? You can do better.
Alright, I get it. You won't work for the chump change. I'll put you on the special rate. 300 caps. Just make sure you're worth the money.
Alright, let's get started.
Glad to have you on board. Here's the first shipment. Take it to the buyer and then come back to me during work hours to collect your payment. I look forward to a long and fruitful business partnership.
I can't decide who I'm gonna vote for. Sanders is alright, but Miss McKenzie is just so professional.
If you see a crime, report.
All my food is home cooked today.
I
Hey,
don't have
you.
time to chat.
Come over here.
Who's there? Don't you die on me! Scared yet?
Guess tangling with us was their last mistake. I'm gonna end you.
You can't hurt me.
You're making a big mistake here.
Hey, rookie!
Started!
So I was reading this book recently, and it was talking about this pre-war thing called a time capsule. Apparently, they buried a bunch of shit and wanted people to dig them up in hundreds of years. Sort of like a treasure hunt or something like that. Anyway, I hit on a great idea. Why don't I do something like that? I'll do it about the most interesting thing I know. Me. Figure I'll record a bunch of holotapes and hide them in the places I visit on this caravan trip.
Always gotta keep your eyes open.
Our first stop is that weird place, Covenant. Maybe there'll be somewhere I can drop one off there.
Perfect.
First stop, Covenant. We had a pretty easy ride here. Killed a few raiders, and that was about it. The people here are weird. They wanted us to do some kind of strange test before we could stop here. Apparently we passed, but I didn't really understand what we were doing. So the point of these holotapes is to talk about my life, so here goes. Where to start? I was born here in the Commonwealth to poor farming parents. I never got much in the way of a schooling. Farming was all I knew. All that changed when the raiders started coming round. Damn, that's the boss calling. We're headed north to Ten Pines Bluff.
Sometimes wonder how
I'll record my next tape when we get there.
Someone told me one time that they only made 100. $22. You think they numbered them sequentially?
got a little bit of downtime now, so I can pick up where I left off. I was just about to talk about my parents. Raiders showed up at the farm one day. Demanded everything we had. My dad wasn't having any of it. Tried to stand up to them. It didn't end well. They killed him. Right there in the cornfields. Dragged my mom away to God knows where. I just hid and waited for it to be over. I was only a kid, I know that, but it still tears me up that I didn't do anything. I'm sorry. I can't talk about this anymore. Next stop, Diamond City. Drown my sorrows at the Dugout Inn.
Hey, I think those Bobrov brothers are looking for you.
Whatever you're gonna ask, I don't know anything about it.
Got kicked out of the bar. Ended up at the noodle place. Yes. Yes, I want noodles, damn it. This isn't why I got into this job. I wanted to travel the world. Now, I'm stuck going between shitty little settlements with no future. After my parents died, a caravan passed by the farm. The drivers took me in, and I've been on the road ever since. I really looked up to those guys. I thought they were heroes. Wanted to be just like them. Turns out being a caravan hand wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Tomorrow morning we're headed for Vault 81. I hate those vaults. Give me the creeps.
Oh shit, is that? No, it was nothing.
Looks so bright tonight. The guys have all fallen asleep around the campfire. I just needed to get away from it all for a while, so I've walked down to the lake. The water is so still.
I think I stepped in something.
I wonder what it would have been like before the bombs. I wish I could have seen it. I wish I could have lived before all this
before all the killing and the fighting and the...
Greetings, ma'am.
Oh shit, is that?
Huh?
No, it was...
What the hell?
How do you manage to carry so many caps around? I practically need a backpack to carry more than 100 at a time.
Area secure.
Sweet. Gonna find you soon, human.
Sweet.
Gotta clean my gun.
Mr. Howard, do you care to explain why our server room is locked down when we are just hours away from the release of the 0.9.1.2 update?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wu. I would have come to you first, but I needed to act quickly. I found evidence that there's a Chinese spy in the company. They were going to use the 0921 update to spread a virus that would cripple our nation's security infrastructure.
A Chinese spy? Here at Real Patriot Games? How is that possible? We are all good US patriots here.
I know it seems unlikely, Mr. Wu, but I found communications originating from China hidden in some code for the update.
This is very shocking news to me, Mr. Howard. Do you have any leads of this Chinese spy?
I'm not sure yet. I thought it could be Clint Washington. I heard him advocating for single-payer healthcare the other day.
Yes, Mr. Washington is surely the most obvious suspect. Investigate Mr. Washington and report directly to me.
You got it, Mr. Wu. You're a true patriot, sir.
Going down.
Excellent.
In.
I could do with a resupply if there's a town near.
Going up.
Keep an eye out for Institute goons coming to kidnap us.
I'm with Mackenzie. All the way.
Stop by Mike's if you're looking for some firepower.
Why, hello there. How goes the nuclear fuel hunt?
I've got it right here.
Oh, that's fantastic. As soon as I top up the tank, Margaret and I can begin our journey. Why don't you come with me? We can share the treasures of my inheritance.
What happens now?
All right. Let's see what we need to do now. Yes. We'll need to get the fuel in, and then we can take off. Wait a minute. To fly the plane, I'm going to need to... Oh, curses! Damn and blast! How the blazes am I going to get it out of the cave? Curse it all! Confound it all! How could I have been so stupid?
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to have to start all over again. Move Margaret outside piece by piece. Leave me in peace now. I need to contemplate my failures.
Hey, boss, you got a minute? I need to have a word with you.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thanks, boss. I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. Before I came to Fourville, I'd had a lot of jobs. I'd been on the road almost 20 years. I've worked caravan circuits, been a personal bodyguard, kept the peace in good neighbor bars. I was even a sheriff once. And do you know what all my employers had in common? They were all completely hopeless. Couldn't defend themselves for shit. That's why they needed me. You're different. We've been wandering the Commonwealth, doing jobs and killing raiders. And you could have done it all without me. I guess what I'm wondering is, why did you hire me? You paid good money for me, and you don't even need me.
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
Now, I'm not sure I'd call it faith. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. It's not that I'm unhappy here. You're actually the best boss I've had. I don't have to babysit you all the time. I just want to know what made you hire me in the first place.
Honestly, I was just there at the right time. Seemed like you needed help.
I'm not some charity case, you know. I could ply my trade wherever I wanted. I suppose they're your caps. You can spend them however you want. If you want to spend them on me, then I'm not going to argue. Shall we get back to the road? I'm looking forward to see where our journey takes us next.
I don't have time to chat.
I don't have time to chat.
Rusty got a lot more confident lately.
I got the job done.
Gunter Garfunkel was flashing that locket round everywhere he went. He seemed mighty proud of it for some reason. Here's your pay. If you want another bounty, you come and ask.
Hey there.
If it ain't my favorite bounty hunter, you looking for more work?
So, I take it there's another job.
You bet your backside there's more. People always come round here trying to cause trouble. We can't always keep 'em out. Let's see, who's next on my list? Oh, this one's a bad one. Thankfully, she didn't get in, but she did kill one of our gate guards. Big Mop's her name is? I think it might supposed to be intimidating, but I don't really understand.
Oh, nice. There's a bottle cap on the floor here.
Welcome to Fourville.
Rusty has got a lot more confident lately. It's freaking me out.
Fourville Security is here for you.
Hi.
Any word on the game?
I've got it right here. Believe me, it wasn't easy.
Are you telling me it really works? Let me try it. Let's see if this works. It's loading up. Version 0.9.1.3. What's this about a Nigerian prince? This all seems very exciting. I've never heard of such a thing. What's Nigerian? Oh, is that all? The game is a bit short. Do I have to pay to get the next stage? Oh, gaming must have been an expensive hobby. Thank you for your help. This is going to make an excellent piece for the pre-war exhibition. There's a terminal set up in there that you can play it in.
I've never traveled with anyone quite like you before.
Hi.
Have you found the holo... Have you found the holotapes? Are Betty's memories safe?
How'd you end up here?
When my memories of being Betty faded, I ran away from Bunker Hill and came here. I joined the Church of the Four to try and hide from the Institute. All I want is to be able to live free, away from the fear that they'll come for me.
Finally got them all. Here.
You got them all. I'm so pleased. Betty's memory can live on forever thanks to you. I suppose that means it's time for my memory wipe. What do I need to do next?
I know someone that might be able to help. Dr. Amari.
Thank you so much! I hate to ask for your help again, but can you take me to Dr. Amari?
Sure, let's go.
Thank you so much.
I heard about your signal interceptor. Now that you found the Institute, I hope you do the right thing.
Doctor, my friend here needs your help.
I take it this isn't a social call.
I've heard, that you perform memory wipes for people like me?
I've worked on synths before, giving them memory wipes so they can live a life free of the Institute.
Thank you so much. I'm ready to get started as soon as possible.
Hey.
I suppose this is the last time we're going to speak. When this is over, Betty will be gone.
Happy to help. It's been an honor.
That means a lot. You people are heroes for what you do, don't forget it. I'm just happy to know that despite that Betty is going to die, she'll live on through the tapes you found. It was nice knowing you. Maybe I'll see you again sometime.
I could do with a resupply if there's a town near.
Didn't talk about Vault 81.
Do you think one day we'll roll into a town and there'll be no one who needs our help? I guess so.
What the?
What's taking so long? I know I just saw someone out there. This one looked like a good mark, so just shut up and wait! Maybe they went around back. Should we go check the loading dock? Don't be stupid! We got two guys back there. I thought I told you to shut up! Huh? What if... Hey! I told you to stop talking! Say another word, and I will make sure that you don't annoy me ever again. Seriously, though, what if... Hey, what the hell? What? I warned you. Shut up and make sure you're ready.
Rusty got a lot more confident lately. It's freaking me out.
I don't know about you, but Sanders is wasting his time going on
I got the job done.
So Big Mops is gone.
Going to vote for Mackenzie.
You're not telling me she got her name on account of that big old mop she carries round. Madness.
Excuse me.
If it ain't my favorite bounty hunter, you looking for more work?
So, I take it there's another job.
You bet your backside there's more. People always come round here trying to cause trouble. We can't always keep 'em out. Let's see who's next on my list. You'd better be careful with this one. They call him Boom Boom Banger on account of the explosives he likes to chuck all about the place. You be careful around him, okay? Be careful out there. These bounties are nasty pieces of work. Be careful out there. These bounties are nasty pieces of work.
Welcome to Fourville.
Welcome to Fourville.
Who's there?
I'd run too if I were you.
Open fire!
Some of the people around here are crazy. Expecting the vault to suddenly open after more than 200 years?
Have you ever been to the museum? My advice? Don't.
My advice.
I got the job done.
Boom Boom Banger was a major worry for us in security. If he ever got in, he could blow the whole town apart. We'll sleep better now he's gone.
Hey,
If it ain't my favorite bounty hunter.
tell me about yourself.
I'm Deputy Chief of Security for the entire town. It's a big responsibility. My pa was so proud of me when I got the job. Do you know my pa? He's the mayor.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Why, this is just the best dang town in the Commonwealth, if I do say so myself.
So, I take it there's another job.
You bet your backside there's more. People always come round here trying to cause trouble. We can't always keep 'em out. Let's see who's next on my list. This one makes me a little uncomfortable. The less said about what he did when he rolled through town, the better. Just make sure he pays for what he's done.
Always gotta keep your eyes open for movement.
Rusty got a lot more confident lately. It's freaking me out.
Have you come to learn of the Four?
The father is so wise.
Gotta clean my gun. Keep an eye out for Institute goons coming to kidnap us.
Only a fucking coward
Where'd that little bitch go? Disappearing act. Huh?
Gonna put you down.
You'd better find someone else to raid. You don't have long left. How does it feel?
Still waiting, asshole! I know you're here. Turn up, you're dead. No sign of him now.
I sometimes wonder how high the vault numbers go. Someone told me one time that they only made 122. Do you think they numbered sequentially?
What?
You really know how to handle yourself, boss.
Out there!
Binary killer!
Oh, I know you're here.
come back. Just wanna talk.
I can't get a read on you, boss.
Alright, I'm looking at my other monitor. It's telling me the connection is going bad. I don't know how much of the stream is being recorded, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't want to keep recording only to find out nothing was recorded. So yeah, I pretty much keep doing side quests until the vault opens. Otherwise, if I don't want to do the quest, I would just wait it out, like fast forward time by waiting on a chair. Use the wait function to forward time. Forward 3 days. Oh, maybe. Oh, I might have talked too soon. Let's see how. I hope I don't get a loading bug. Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling the game froze. Yeah. Alright. I think it's safe to assume the stream is okay. Maybe the... Yep, gonna close it. Start again. Jesus, really?